Even Esau knows Babylon is on its way out. I will start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the writing is on the wall, man. A lot of Jake, you know, for the most part, they still asleep, don't know what the hell is going on. They got their mind on trivial shit. You always, every now and then, you'll see them, joining in on some dumbass challenge, some trending social media bullshit. Jake, you already know they getting involved back in the NFL season, so Jake's mind is gonna be elsewhere. That's not to say that there's not some Jakes that's in the loop and that know what's going on and looking well to their going, but the majority of our people they're gone. And you at that that demonic fiasco that took place the other night at the VMAs. Just a bunch of madness, a bunch of witchcraft. It was just one big demonic freak show. But while that's going on, your bread and circuses, you got America that's circling a drain. This place is on its way out. The government is eating itself from within. Yeah, you have because of this latest mandate, from the cruel Lord that's placed over Babylon. It's causing a lot of uproar. You got people yelling "fuck Biden." You got these college football games, these different concerts. Um, you got the juicers fighting against the unjuicers. You got whole police forces resigning. Men threatening to sue. Actual police officers, law enforcement threatening to sue their department. For the mandates, and they're actually threatening to resign. All right, you got a lot of nurses and healthcare workers leaving, leaving a job, and it's causing the courts to step in. The federal you know judges, they're stepping in and they're blocking these mandates because they know that it's essential to have these healthcare workers in place, or things are gonna fall to shit, pretty quickly. So America's falling to shit right now. Military men, getting threatened with court martials. You got top pilots, that's straight from the Air Force, that are leaving. There's so much going on, man. So there's nothing that anybody can do to stop the catastrophic ramifications from so many things that are coming down the pipe, man. Babylon is basically on a collision course with itself. All right, and there's nothing to stop it, man. The food supply, the currency that's getting ready to collapse, the economic collapse, which is all by design, social collapse. I mean, this is where it's going at, man. But the Lord said that the plagues are sent, and who is anybody that can draw them back or send them back? You know, the Lord is sending these plagues. So even Esau knows, Esau, he's up on stuff, unlike a lot of Jake. And what I have right now, this is our interview. You have Steve Quell, and he's giving a warning. He's blowing a trumpet basically on these catastrophic events that are getting ready to happen. All right, and us, we've been spiritually preparing for this. We want this to actually come. All right, this is the end of Esau's world. This ain't the end of our world. This is not a we're not of this world. This is not our world. All right. So anyway, um, I'm gonna play some of this video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Obviously, it's over an hour long. So I'm gonna play some key parts in it, so you can hear it, and we're gonna hit, some precepts, of course. So without further ado, let's listen.
Off the grid of most people, even the intelligence agencies, because America has lost its prowess, it's lost its friends, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is truly, in my opinion, Babylon is falling and is falling and is going to fall.
So even he knows that this place is Babylon. See, that's why the scriptures say the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. You know, 'cause Esau he reads up on stuff, man. They're aware. All right, Jake is asleep. And that's why the scriptures say, let us not slumber as do others, but let us be sober. We have to watch. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Be circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. Jake is going to be snared in an evil time. They don't realize they're going to enter into Jacob's trouble. It's going to be all bad for Jake, all across the board, all 12 tribes, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and natives. All right, and and that goes for men, women, and children. It's going to get harsh. So anyway, let's continue. You already know. I mean, the scriptures say Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. All right, and that's pretty much the fate of this place. Is going to lead to a final destruction.
The next 48 hours are critical. Information that's come to me is that there's going to be multiple false flag attacks, both in the United States and in Europe, the major cities. And it's designed to maximize fear, to have people run for the protection of the very government that's initiating the false flag, Mike.
Yep. And that's, I mean, come on, man. How many times has this devil, you know, had all type of psyop false flags, done to seize more power and control and to enforce more draconian legislation. All right. The Patriot Act after 9/11, which is why 9/11 is so significant. They always look back to 9/11 because 9/11, it set the tone for them to change the game. You know, they was able to do a lot based off of that one event. So something's gonna happen again, very drastically, where people are gonna be in fear, which they're already in enough fear from this psyop that hasn't stopped since what, 18 months ago, 16 months ago. So you put these people in more fear, they're gonna be willing and ready to just give up literally their whole soul to this beast, you know. And even was it Benjamin Franklin that said it? He said a quote. He said those that's quick to give up their liberties for safety, for temporary safety, deserve neither and will lose both, you know. And that's what you get for putting your trust in man. All right, the scriptures even say, you know um it is better to trust in the Lord than put your confidence in man. So let's continue.
And this is critical, because here is the issue. The issue is now the cat's out of the bag. The new world order. Australia is horrific. 25,000 kids were forcibly vaccinated.
I probably he already said the word, but let me skip a little further because he gonna say a couple things that I know I can't play without YouTube tripping. So let me skip forward.
Basically ready to go and kill all of us. And
Now
then
he's
there's
talking
the
about
one
the military. So you already got some military that's on board to fulfill, what Trump I mean, I said Trump, Biden, all right, GI Joe Biden, you know, he's gonna set them forth, and you already know that they got detention centers, you know, ready for people that's not bound down to the image. And then you also got those of the military that's opting out. So there's clearly a division, all right? And that's how you know that this place is on a collision course with itself. Okay? So let this play real quick.
The secret military, that those 130 generals that have written demanding Austin, Secretary of Defense Austin, and Mark Milley's resignation. There's a lot of people that know what's coming, and make no bones about it, ladies and gentlemen. Even President Putin of Russia made the statement, never surrender your guns. He's made that statement to the U.S. a number of years ago. So all of them, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, but on top of everything you just said.
And that's why, you know, you're going to have a lot of these patriots, you know, they're not going to stand for their freedom being taken from them. They're not going to stand for their guns being taken from them. They're not going to stand for, you know, forced, you know, pharmakeia potions being, you know, forced upon them and their children. I mean, just look at what's going on, man. You got a lot of resignations going on. You got people getting fired, getting suspended without pay. I mean, come on, man. And you already know, if enough people walk out on their employers, there's not going to be anything left to run the infrastructure. So that's going to further collapse this bitch. So just think about that. This place is caving in, man, and it's beautiful to see. All right, but let this continue.
And there are so many points to explore here. Janet Yellen warning that the current United States financial system comes to an end October 15th unless Congress intervenes and passes a new debt ceiling and allows them to continue to print money. But if they keep printing money, you know, the food inflation is already 40% compared to a year ago. That Biden's trying to cover up, of course, well, his handlers, but they are hyperinflating the system. The dollar devaluation is accelerating. We are in the we're in the hyperinflation blowout stage of the U.S. dollar.
And that's all by design, because we already know they out with the old and then with the new. What is the new? The MOTB. All right, let's say should get an advantage of us, but we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay, they want to get rid of paper money because they need you to get used to this new digital monetary system. Okay, it's all going to be through blockchain technology. We already know this. Okay.
End is very near on this. It could happen in October, or they might be able to kick the can down the road a little bit longer. But in your opinion, Steve, how close are we to the end of the United States empire based on the petrodollar?
Well, first of all, I believe we're within probably 60 days of that, because information that came to me that obviously you've seen is that at the 11:38 mark, at 11:38 a.m. on Wall Street, there will be a declaration by the Fed itself declaring force majeure. And that simply means because of, let's say, a situation beyond control, this case, there's too much debt and nothing to pay it back, that the American dollar becomes worthless. And what Janet Yellen has done, Mike, in my opinion, is telegraphed the entire world that the United States dollar is coming to an end. And as further proof of that, there's an operation called Sandman based on the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia and the oil petroleum exporting countries are going to basically refuse to take US dollar. And most people don't know, but up until this point, actually up until a couple years ago, all of the oil that was bought and sold was in US dollars. Well, that day's coming to an end because there's an agreement of 130 nations to abandon the US dollar concurrently and simultaneously when the go signal is given. So, Mike, I think people need to get that. That means the money you have in your account denominated in American dollars goes away. It means your credit cards no longer work. It means all the benefits, whether it's EBT, whether it's Social Security, whether it's all these things. And look, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is the plan they have to starve out America. And this is the equivalent, in my opinion, Stalin's Holodomor coming up, where
Yeah, that's going to result in the death of the petro. If all them nations dump the dollar simultaneously like that, it's a wrap. All right. And off top, you already know what's going to follow. So this place through. So let's get a couple precepts, man. Let's get a couple pre's on it. Get Jeremiah 51. And I'm going to start at verse 8. It's Jeremiah 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So for you other nations that are over here, you know, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed the pleasures and the dainties and you know the entertainment, you know, the glory days. I'm pretty sure you while you was here and you was making that money and setting up your businesses and exploiting Jake, you know, for their labor and you know living, you know, proudly over us over here while we lived low below you. You might want to, you know, this might be the best time for you to get the hell up out of here because this place is gonna fall and it's gonna fall pretty hard. All right, it's gonna fall. It's gonna collapse way harder than any other ancient empire that ever has you know been in place. There's nothing that you can do to you know restructure this place. It won't be healed. They can keep you know printing all that money if they want to, but it's only gonna make things worse. You know, so it's like you might as well just you know pull the plug. All right, the people are divided. You know, yeah, the president is a joke, a world joke. Nobody takes this guy serious. Every time you see him, it's just another episode of Weekend at Biden's. You know, they got to keep him propped up, you know, with glasses on, and put something very close in front of his his glasses so he can, you know, try to read. You know, this place is done for, man. All right, the food shortages is getting ready to happen. You still got a drought going on over here in the West. A lot of the crops got destroyed through these hurricanes and extreme weather. Come on, man. A lot of you know nurses walking out of hospitals, police, you know, resigning. This thing is collapsing. And then once these companies get a shortage of workers, then what? Through. So let me get another scripture. Let me get Isaiah 14 and 11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee." All right, and when you look up worms, worms are just a sign of decay, and that's pretty much what's happening with the structure of Babylon. This place is deteriorating, is losing its respect, it's losing allies, you know. And the Lord said it best: "A nation divided against itself cannot stand." All right, a lot of people that voted that devil in, now they're turning on him, and then you see the reaction from the people when you compare when Biden comes out versus when Trump comes out. The people hate Biden. They they want his ass out of there now. You know what he's doing, what he did with Afghanistan, that made America look hella weak. So he lost a lot of approval. So now this devil is becoming, small among the heathen and greatly despised. And when these devils, when these Edomites see Trump, though, they happy as hell, man. They want Trump. They want Trump back, but what they don't understand is Trump represents the other side of the beast. This is a two-winged eagle. He represents the other side, man. He's controlled opposition. But hey, he didn't run this place into the ground like this devil in a short amount of time that he did. You know, it makes sense to put a deteriorating old senile, you know, getting ready to give up the ghost, cruel Lord over Babylon just before it goes out. Just as he's dying, America's dying too. All right. So this is a beautiful time to live in, man, because we're living to see the fall of our enemies, man, and also the downfall of the destruction of the land of our captivity. Okay. So let me get one more. Nahum 3:19. "There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually?" America has been responsible for a lot of wickedness all throughout the earth, man. Mainly is wine. I had all nations drunken and mad, but now they're starting to see the light. All right. So the Most High is the one that's sending these plagues down. He's going to bring down the haughtiness of all that pride, man. All right. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick response lesson to this interview right here. This is on Brighteon. Steve Quayle warns of imminent catastrophic collapse of America as we know it. Esau knows that it's over. Place is out, man. The Lord's saving the best for last. It's going to get very turbulent and very violent in the months to come. So hey, just lock in. Stay in the spirit. Keep the faith, man. Call Lawyer Abba Shai. And to the next lesson, Shalom.